Okay, well, we're all here. Let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for navigating, all the ups and downs, and Lizzie calling in, trying to make it work. Who can recap us?
I can give a recap. My notes are very brief.
Yeah.
Uh, my I have a big header at the top of mine because I usually start my notes with like where we are, what we're doing, and it's just all caps that says "trying not to die." That's my header for the notes from last session, and that's almost the entire. I'll say that's almost the entirety of my notes. I put like two more lines under that, so the rest of it I'm just going to go off memory. We were in the forest. Everything was on fire. Um, Glorno was like staring off into space atop this like 40-foot tall mushroom where we discovered him. We're trying to get our way through we had just gotten our way through the fire, and previous session we had tried to combo abilities, didn't super work. We did get out of the Mirador got out of the land shark, and Morgan wasn't yet petrified. So at the start of last session, Morgan actually made their saves. I think they nat 20'd their save actually,
Yeah.
to get out of the petrification from the breath weapon. And promptly cast piggybacked on Mirador and cast polymorph to turn Mirador into a T-Rex. And then we ran around a bit on the T-Rex, picked up Frida. Frida went down. Mogmoth had to go down, grab Frida, and get an unconscious Frida up onto the back of Mirosaurus Rex and feed her a health potion. We rescued Glornil, who seemed to be having some weird. Something's up with Glornil. We're not sure. Like the rage that normally just comes super fast, just didn't. Something wasn't right, and Glornil seemed to be in a funk and dropped out of his rage sort of early. And so we scooped him up, fled, and it was a foot chase. It was like a race between the dragon and the T-Rex. And we had a little bit more speed, so we got to the edge of the water, got ourselves up in the vent with some struggling, and managed to shimmy our way through the vent as it breath weaponed in behind us. And we managed to escape back to the other side. And I believe we built a treehouse in the rafters of the space station to get a long rest, and then used telekinesis to like make a hole in the wall, and went around the outside of the space station back to our ship. And we've gotten back in our ship, and we've decided we need to go make a stop to get our ship repaired before we get to the next portal piece. We do have one tiny ship upgrade that we already did. We put the one piece of ceramic plate that Glornil pulled off in that one pesky spot that already has like 2 burn holes in it from fire bolts from our own.
Let's say this is just waiting until like the next time like we have a hull breach. I'm just like putting that there. It's just ready to go.
Yeah, we've currently placed the one ceramic panel that we have in front of that one spot we keep shooting with fire bolts and damaging our own ship. And we are en route to I forget the name of it. We're going somewhere to grab to try and get some ship repairs before heading on.
Yes. Yeah. So you guys were here at the Great Wheel. I think the plan was to head to Far Utnos by way of Vornos to try to see if you can get repairs at Vornos before going on. Again, you guys don't know, what each of these denotes besides that's the location that Morgan thinks that there's a portal piece. But you're going to swing by Vornos on your way there.
Awesome.
Yay!
We also do we know how we're gonna pay for this? Like, is it like last time we kind of worked out an arrangement with the locals? I guess we still probably haven't got really, a lot of money.
Nope.
Do we have any money? Do we have any
Nope.
valuables?
You got magic items and armor, but
Yeah.
I don't think you have I don't think you have any coins.
Cool.
At least not of a number that would be meaningful for ship repairs, which are
Right.
obviously pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Lornill's gonna earn us a new ship in the fighting circuit.
Hey, as soon as
I
we
mean,
find
he
a fighting
was-
pit, I'm entering.
He seemed kind of
A lot of
disappointed
fighting.
that he didn't get to last time.
And Mogmoth claims he can make money on stage.
Oh my
Oh, yeah,
god.
no, Magmoth was totally down to do some performing, but we never. I don't think he ever got that chance.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are on the Dolezal, heading through the flow, trying to attack in the direction of this Earth body Vornos. And during shift 5, Morgan is piloting. Miradar and Frida are on break, and Mogmoth and Glornil are sleeping. So you guys get an announcement throughout the ship. Guys, there's another. I think there's another ship out here. So Miradar and Frida, you both hear this.
Yeah, I assume we're probably down on like the cargo level where we've got
Exactly.
our Miradar's like training area.
Yep.
We're working on Frida's mobility.
Yeah, working on Frida's leg,
Those.
right? Yep, yeah. Frida's a
So-
lot faster than she used to be. She's still lame, but she's managed to compensate for it.
Yeah, we've been working on how to best manage it. So I assume that's where we're at. So we'll like
Yep.
hurry on up from the from below deck on the cargo deck up to see what Morgan's about.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys head up to the bridge deck. Looking out the they're kind of these like crystalline eyes on either side of the bridge deck that you got a pretty good view around the sides of the ship. And off the port side of the vessel, you spot another spelljamming ship. Frida, you identify this as a tradesman class vessel. And it's going more or less the same direction. It's not exactly like aiming to head you off, but it's definitely on a convergent path that'll bring you, close-ish. It's still like a few miles off. You're just kind of spotting it through the darkness.
What else with Frida right now?
What was that?
Oh, sorry, can't hear me. Oh,
No,
Yes.
I heard you.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't catch what you said.
I was like, who else is with Frida right now?
It's me.
Miradar and Morgan's piloting.
Yes.
Okay. Remind me again the rules. So which one is Frida filling right now? Like the spotter?
So right now I think we're just like we don't have anyone manning all the stations.
Okay.
We basically just have someone in the pilot chair, and then like it's like one person's piloting, 2 people are on break, and 2 people are sleeping.
Okay, that's true. Okay.
So you and I are awake, and Morgan is, who I'm also playing, is piloting, and then Mogmoth and Glornil are asleep.
Okay, what kind of class ship did you say?
Tradesman. A pretty typical ship, although I don't think you guys have seen a tradesman in the Border Far Realm at all. I think you've only seen nautiloids, I'm pretty sure, is a true statement.
I'll
That's,
look that up to Mirror.
that's
I'm sorry, I don't see your. Oh wait, you're Morgan and Mirror, dear. I'll point
Yeah,
out to
I'm playing
both of you,
Morgan.
Sam.
Oh, you recognize these? You've seen these before?
Yeah, it's unusual in this part. It's a tradesman.
Tradesmen, yeah, they're most common craft in the Belusian sphere. They're very inexpensive, pretty well made. They're good for cargo transport. They're used by humans, dwarves, elves, kind of everybody uses them.
Is this like a fighter? Given the name tradesman, I'm assuming it's not necessarily like a military ship. It seems like more of like a merchant vessel generally.
Yeah, I mean, Frida, you would know that it would at least have shields and at least one weapon for just kind of basic offensive capabilities. But usually these things are not equipped or modified to be battle vessels. There are some ships which are commonly modified to be, very common variations are to make them armed. Tradesmen are just not well designed for those kinds of retrofits.
Well, if it looks like we're going the same direction, we don't want to, bump into them. Or how is the size of their vessel compared to ours?
Yeah.
It's 25 tons, and the Dolezal is 35, so it's a little bit smaller.
But still a reasonably large.
Yeah, not a tiny vessel.
And what can I tell about their speed? Are we just kind of like right now going parallel? Are they obviously going faster?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I rolled really well. Okay. Non-natural 20.
They are, with Morgan at the helm, they're going about the same speed that you are. Mogmoth is a little more competent. He could probably get a little more juice out of the ship. But with the rest of you, you're just like kind of trying to point it in the right direction and not like mess up anything. Yeah, it's going pretty much the same speed as you. You think that you'll probably intersect in about 20 minutes.
Maybe I don't like the idea of having someone tailing along behind us. Maybe we slow down just a little and let them go in front, and we can keep them in our view.
I agree with that.
You think you can do that? You're talking to myself.
Yeah.
I assume Morgan's pretty cheerful, and like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I can try, certainly try. So Morgan's gonna try and like pull the ship's speed a little bit, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
See if we can't
definitely.
let them just gently, not anything like drastic, but just enough that we're not gonna like collide. Let them go ahead of us so that they're not.
Got it. So I guess it would be pretty easy to bring the ship almost to a complete stop and like let them go ahead. Or if you're wanting to get like right behind them sort of thing, you could also do that. It's going to be a little trickier.
I think Morgan is smart enough to know that they're not the best pilot. So I think they're going to try and avoid any like risky collision maneuvers given the state of our ship. So they'll try and pull in like reasonably close behind, but we're not like tailing them. I'm not.
Got it. Okay.
I just like would rather have them in front of us than behind us.
Got it. All right. Give me a intelligence check, Morgan.
All right. Let's see. That is a intelligence, just flat intelligence check, not a saving throw or anything.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. 15.
Okay, great. All right, you guys. Morgan decelerates the ship a little bit. Frida, you appreciate that the other ship is gonna pass you, reasonably broad berth. And as you're looking out the side window still on that 20, as you guys are getting a little bit closer, you see that there is a figure on top of the deck that's kind of gesturing like this. It looks about human size, like about 6 feet tall, but it definitely is not humanoid. It has too many limbs.
Have we seen humanoids with with like extra limbs on that planet that we stopped last time? I can't remember.
You have not, but Miradar in the Border Far Realm has encountered all kinds of stuff with extra limbs. Usually extra tentacles is Miradar's experience, but also like an arm sticking out the back of a creature, like creatures with 3 legs, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Is there any way we can hail the ship?
Yeah,
Are we within range of that?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty standard communication technology.
All right. Miradar's our normal comms person, so she'll just go hop on comms while Morgan keeps trying to go straight. And yeah. How far away are we from them at this point?
You probably a quarter mile.
Okay. she's gonna hail the other ship. Telling Frida and I guess Frida's the one who saw that they were trying to get our attention, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You send out a hail and there is no response.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. If they wanted our attention and they could have hailed us, they probably would have hailed us instead of waving at us.
Frida, you see the tradesmen sort of do like a little bit of a wobble, almost like they're trying to manipulate like how fast it goes, and they're just not doing a very good job of it. So it kind of does like a little bit of a wobble and a weave in the flow, and then kind of continues on.
You seem to be having a rough time. Do you want us to go alert the others, or do you want us to just handle it?
How far away are we at this point from our destination?
You are about halfway to Vornos.
Okay, so we still gotta. How far is halfway? Is that like a day or two, or is it like?
Yeah, it's like 4 sleep cycles. So I think you guys. I can't remember what your shift schedule was based off of. Looks like it's based off of a 28-hour day.
I think we did the. Did we do the 28-hour day, or did we do the 24?
Oh no, 24-hour.
We did the 28 one in the White Star game,
right?
Because we had a strange number of players.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've got a normal like 24-hour day-night cycle on this crew. Okay. Well, I hate to bother them while they're sleeping. I know Glornel gets very grumpy when his sleep is interrupted. Of course, Mogmoth's always accommodating, but as much as we stick him in the pilot's chair, he needs his rest. Yeah, Mogmoth does pulls double duty on piloting because he's the only actual pilot. Yeah, we should probably get them up. It's your call, Frida. You're the captain, but I just know last time, in the past, it's always good to have everyone ready. So, not it on getting Glornel. Frida and Glornel don't super get along.
I was gonna say, are you trying to send Frida to get Glornel?
Yes, I am.
Gee, thanks.
You could wake Mogmoth up and Mogmoth could wake Glornel up.
That's true, I could do that.
All right, let's go. We'll go grab them and Morgan, try and keep us steady and bring us up to them in the next couple minutes, I guess, if you can do it once the crew is all here.
Okay. All right, you guys go rouse Mogmoth and Glornel. So Frida goes to wake up Mogmoth. Mogmoth, you were having a nice little pleasant little. What's Mogmoth dreaming about?
Mogmoth probably doesn't have pleasant dreams. Mogmoth probably just has endless nightmares about being back with the Mind Flayer, and probably wakes up a lot in the night and is still with Mind Flayers, not still with Mind Flayers. So
yeah,
still on a Mind Flayer ship.
Yeah. So probably when Frida wakes him up, it's kind of oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness.
Excellent. And then goes wait, Glornel. Glornel, how are you feeling?
Grumpy. I'm glad to be back at least. And it's okay.
Did you ever tell them what happened?
We had
it's been a few days.
The previous night.
Yeah.
And when they first got me that night, we talked a little bit about stuff, and I think Morgan had talked about wanted to run some tests to try to figure out what's going on.
Oh, right.
But
right.
partly because like Will's not here yet.
Yeah.
And then like partly like I think it also makes sense like wanting to like
Yeah.
give it a few days of like still being sore, still processing everything. My head's fuzzy and that just makes me grouchier than usual. So like maybe at one point like we sat down and we're like, let's start to run for the test in like 5 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, I've had enough of my fill for the day. Like, no. So
Has the
Yeah,
rage at this point been kind of replaced with grouchiness at the moment?
I think so, yeah.
Awesome. Are you going to armor up?
Yeah, but here
Okay.
I'm like, of course. Of course something's going on while I'm trying to sleep.
All right, 10 minutes later, Glornil trots up to the deck. Mogmoth, you got there a little bit ahead of time. Before Glornil, your armor is not hard to put on. So you all see now there's the tradesman is in front of you at this point. They're basically in the same flow that you are. Frida points out, you guys all see there's a figure like on top of the ship, on the top deck, periodically waving at you. You really can't make it out very well, except to say that it is human sized but not humanoid.
Question about like the limbs, and I don't know how much Glornil would like know, since Miradar's more the one who knows like the aberrations and everything. Like when you were describing like aberrations as extra limbs, it seems like mutations or like stuff being off. Like, does this thing like, I got a mutated creature have extra limbs, or does like it seem balanced? Like this might just be a species that has multiple sets of arms. Like, is there any?
I think you need to get a little closer to get just for visual resolution. Like once you're able to get a bead on the thing, then you could definitely do some nature checks and see.
Well, yeah, let's try and bring it in steady and see what's going on. They don't appear, given the way the ship's been wobbling, they're obviously not taking like any kind of aggressive posture towards.
They don't have shields raised,
they don't, okay,
which obviously is kind of step number one if you're going to throw down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we learned that the hard way.
Are our shields raised yet?
What was that? Sorry.
Are our shields raised right now?
You haven't said anything, so I'm going to assume not.
Yeah, no, we haven't. That's sort of like that. Isn't that sort of like the sign of like we're gonna fight?
It's rude. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
rude.
Yeah, I mean, if you see mind flayers and raise shields, I mean, they're like, yeah, of course you do, because we're evil and we're trying to suck your brains. So like to basically like two creatures that are basically evil, like mind flayers and Neogi and that sort of stuff, like they expect to be met with ships that are raised with shields. And even out in the Border Far Realm, or actually I think Frida would say, even in the Belusian sphere, if you're out in the middle of nowhere in the pitch darkness, if you find another ship, you're probably going to raise your shields, because who knows what they're up to out there. It would only be if you're like around civilization where it might be construed as rude.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, maybe we raise our shields and approach just as a precaution in case this is an ambush.
Is raising shields my job in engineering? I can't remember if I can pull that or not.
What was it?
I was gonna say I can go
think
raise
that was-
shields, or like if we're
feel like
deciding
it's
to raise
comms
shields.
It's the comms position. It's Miradar.
comms, actually.
Yep.
Okay. So are we raising shields, Captain? What do you want to take the cautious approach?
It could be a trap, like a decoy. Yeah, let's raise the shields just to be on the safe side and approach, see if we can get a closer look.
So approach non-threatening in motion, but with shields raised.
Fly casual. You're trying to get Morgan to be non-threatening and to close the distance.
As we come in with our shields up.
Yes. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check with disadvantage, Morgan.
All right, here we go. Oh no! Well, honestly, the disadvantage didn't really hurt that bad. It was a 4 and a 2, so I got a 7.
All right, you guys, the Dolezal starts to kind of weave a little unpredictably along the flow as Morgan's trying to like be like, we're not after you, so we're not going to go like right behind you. But you're definitely like losing the other ship to a certain extent.
Morgan, what are you doing? Get this thing on track.
That's right, Morgan. Don't be too direct. You'll only make them nervous that way. You're doing excellent.
Piloting advice from our professional pilot
here. Okay, so they basically have they're not intending to escape, but they basically have a point of escape. So Morgan, go ahead and give us another roll. This time just flat.
Mogmoth is going to like inch over to like behind Morgan and like put a hand also on the steering wheel, just like in a sort of a friendly, helpful way. Can I give him advantage on this?
Yes. Yeah, Mogmoth's helping. So yeah, roll the intelligence check with advantage.
Okay, that's better. That's a 19.
Okay. Morgan, you're able to get the ship.
Hand.
You're able to get the ship straightened out, and you guys approach the tradesman close enough to make out the creature that is on the top deck. It kind of looks like a starfish. It's like human-sized starfish. All these little spiky tentacle limb things. It's got little mouth, eyes, some like sucker type hands, and one of its suckers is waving. Anybody who's looking, feel free to give me an insight check with disadvantage. Trying to interpret this thing's intentions is challenging.
Mirador, I guess, has been like watching while we approach.
Yes,
so
definitely.
I'll give a check.
Great.
Insight is not great, so.
Wow.
Do you think extra limbs makes him better or worse at charades?
So with disadvantage, I got a 17.
Wow. Okay, Glornil Mirador. This entity seems like benign. They haven't raised shields. They haven't fired at you at all. The ship, they're clearly not trying to escape or close distance or like do anything that you interpret as threatening. Yeah, you get the impression they're kind of benign.
If we pull up close enough to like, once we get close enough, the air pockets merge, right? Is that how
Yes, right,
Mhm.
exactly.
Okay.
And you'll have to
Once
lower
that-
shields.
Yeah, we'll have to lower shields to do that, I guess. But once we do that, could we like yell
Yeah.
over and communicate with them?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, is that what you want to do?
All right. What do y'all think? Do we? We're already here this far. Do we try? They seem friendly-ish.
Hard to tell, honestly.
Has Mirador ever seen anything of this nature? Like, I know
Oh,
she's seen
yeah.
all kinds of crazy tentacled things, but
Yeah. So yeah, give me intelligence test, and then Glorno, give me a nature check.
Okay. Oh. Oof. That's a 1 plus 4, so 5.
Okay.
if it's
Because I'm the nature person.
It is not a creature or beast or plant.
okay, if it's relevant, Mirador is now proficient in nature as well.
Oh
I don't know
wow,
if that-
cool.
I don't know if that's relevant.
It kind of depends on like the font of information that you're going for. I was assuming that you're kind of going for your knowledge of aberrations, which would just be.
My main thing that I was thinking of is kind of what Sarah was asking earlier of like, is this a random mutation or is this like a known species, like a known
Yeah,
type of
got it.
creature?
Yeah, give me an intelligence
so-
check.
That's a 7
Okay.
with my
Um,
nice -1.
Yeah. Difficult to say. I mean, it doesn't look like horribly deformed or anything. Like it seems like it knows how to move and everything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, Glorno?
Question. So we can see it because it's like
Yes.
out on the top deck waving at us.
Right.
Are we in a position where it would then like be able to see like us directly?
So far, you guys, I'm assuming you guys have not gone out onto the front deck of the Dolezal. So I think that you're still like inside on the bridge deck. So let me show you what that looks like in my head. Hang on. In my head.
Maybe we go
thought
stand
that's
out on the
running
thing
through
and wait back.
my question, and I can bring it up. They're flagging us down, but do they know that we're not a mind flayer? Or do they just seem that desperate that they'd be waving for our help anyways?
So you guys are, I'm imagining you guys are inside here. Frida was kind of using this like port side little eyeball to keep an eye on. And then all these doors here are transparent as well. If you go out actually onto the deck, which is where you'd have to like jump onto the other ship, then they would be able to spot you. But as far as you know, you don't think that they would be able to see you at this point.
Also, like, I think we've maybe know this, but just to refresh my memory, are like nautiloids, even though they're like mind flayer ships, they're like relatively common in the Far Realm, even by non-mind flayers. So like,
yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's the only. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so them seeing nautiloid doesn't mean like, oh, we're flagging down mind flayers
Gotcha.
necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you guys were at Petrath and getting the ship repaired for the first time, you saw a bunch of other nautiloid class vessels there, and I'm pretty sure you actually didn't see any other ships besides nautiloids on Petrath.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Okay, do you think we should go out on the deck and like see if we can communicate?
All right.
Might as well.
Okay, so do you guys? So all of those that are not piloting.
Do I need to lower the shields, Captain? Are we getting that close? Are we gonna go? You think we want to go in speaking range, or are we going for like waving at each other at a distance?
I'm not sure if I see the. I guess we might as well figure out what they're trying to do. I guess we'll take down the shields and see if we can talk to them.
All right, and I deactivate the shields, and I guess also Morgan, will try and pilot the ship in to like where we can get close enough to have the air pockets merge so we can communicate verbally.
Awesome. Mogmoth, you still helping Morgan pilot this thing? All right, give us an intelligence roll, Morgan.
Okay, that's a non-natural 20.
Hey, okay. You do not crash your ship into their ship with the battering ram on the Dolezal. Your air pockets merge. You don't get any particular distinct smell or sense from their air pocket. It seems like it's probably pretty similar to yours. You don't get any really noticeable smell. So out on the forecastle is going to be Mirador, Frida, and Glornil. Is that right? All three of you going to head out there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So since your air pockets are merged, now sound can travel. This strange starfish-looking creature that's waving one of its limbs says, "Hey there, neighbors! Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping on by. How are you all doing?"
We're doing fine. We're just on our way to get some supplies.
Hey, that's great. My name's Ixolix. Who are you?
I'm Mirador. This is, and I point to one of you. You can introduce yourselves. I'm Mirador, and I point over, I guess, at Glornil.
Glornil.
Frida.
Well, hey there. It was really nice to meet you all. Well, I gotta say, I got a little ship problem. I was wondering you might be able to help me. We have a hard time with our navigating. We're kind of going without power, and we can't raise shields or do hailing or nothing. I don't suppose any of you are handy with a ship, are you?
It's none of us right here, but we do have someone aboard who is pretty handy with the ship.
Oh, gee, that would be tons helpful.
Did something happen to your ship?
Yeah, we got attacked by mind flayers. Can you believe that? Those dumb things are always shooting up ships.
That sounds like our experience out here. Yeah, I'll go. We can see what Mogmoth thinks, and I'm gonna like peek my head back in and like, hey, Mogmoth, they need somebody to fix their ship.
Oh, all right. Well, steady on, Morgan. You're a natural at this.
Yeah, Morgan, you're piloting. The ship right
there
now.
were like an iffy moment or so. Mogmoth has just like had a hand on it for you, but now he gives you an awkward pat on the shoulder. And trots out to the bridge.
I mean, Morgan is a quick study. They probably got it pretty quickly.
Yes. This maneuver you're doing right here is pretty delicate though.
Oh,
yeah, we're like flying alongside the ship that has been previously kind of weaving and bobbing.
There's not great evidence that Morgan has this, but Mogmoth seems reassuring that Morgan does have this.
Okay, Mogmoth, you go out on the deck. Yeah, there's this talking starfish.
Oh, hello there.
Well, hey there. I'm Ixolix. Who are you?
Mogmoth.
Hey, Mogmoth. Well, gosh, golly, are you able to help me with our ship problems? We lost all of our power except for basic navigation.
Oh. How'd that happen?
We found some mind flayers trying to suck our brains, but they didn't realize we don't have no brains. We've just got a neural network. Ha ha.
Well, it's a little like us, actually.
Question: Is there
You don't have brains either? Are they like in your horns or?
I mean, we've got sort of a network, and debatable on the brains from day to day.
Well, gee, that sounds great. If you can make your brains go away, then the mind flayers will never go after you.
Sadly, not always the case. So, what seems to be the problem with your little shippy ship?
Yeah, it looks like the lines from the Spelljamming helm to the rest of the vessel got destroyed in our little battle. So we were hoping to have some friendly folks help us out.
Does that sound like a fixable problem?
Yeah, give me a intelligence spelljamming check.
8.
You'd probably have to look at it. It's difficult to know from Ixolix's description.
Gotcha. Well, I think I might Mogmoth says to Frida, I think I might need to take a look at that, actually.
Okay,
well, sure, you can hop on over. My mate Boxio's piloting right now.
Yeah, we just saw his piloting with the weaving and the. How far away are we from them? Is this like a jumpable distance, or
it is? Yeah, it's eminently jumpable. It's about 30 feet, and Morgan with Mogmoth's help was actually able to get the ship a little bit staggered above. So you guys are like talking like down at Ixolix.
Also, as he's been talking, like listening in, because I've decided that Cornell is just suspicious by nature, because I'm suspicious of all the NPCs. Because he seemed genuine about this, like especially the part where he was talking about like mind flayers attacked us, but we're not able to like do it. Like,
yeah, what's your insight?
Are they like enthralled by mind flayers? My insight is +1.
+1, okay. Yeah, you get the impression that he's reading pretty honest. You don't get any sense. So he's either very, very good at being deceptive, or he's just like gosh, yeah, shucks kind of guy, or creature, alien, star, beast.
Okay.
Beat me to it, Sarah. I was going to ask. How many people you have on the ship there?
Oh, it's just me and my mate Paxio. We were just going on a little after life bonding ritual trip.
What is a life?
Afterlife.
No, like we get together and we do our little ritual and then we're together forever. That's how it works. Don't you guys? I think I've heard you call it something weird like marriage. Isn't that what you call it? We don't call it that because we just call it what it is, which is a life bonding.
All right, congratulations. Congratulations on your nuptials.
Oh, thanks, Mogmoth. Yeah, we were super lucky, except we ran into those mind flayers, which was less lucky.
Well, something to tell the kids anyway.
Yeah, that's right. We got them spawning downstairs already. We got a few thousand incubating.
Oh.
Wonderful.
So is it, what if you able to hop on over and look at what we got going on here?
Yeah, we can
Oh, wait,
take
go
a
ahead.
look. Mirador is like hesitantly like, yeah, we can take a look. That's all. What are you going to say, Mary Catherine?
I was gonna see if I can notice, like, are there any other peeks into their ship? Can I like look? Is there like another window or something? Can I see other people?
Yeah.
moving?
There's windows and whatnot all over.
I did have one other question before Mirador jumps down. Because they said they were attacked by mind flayers, does there seem to be any obvious like battle damage?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
18.
Yeah, from where you are, this ship has taken some damage. It doesn't look particularly heavy, so most of the structure of the vessel seems intact. It seems fairly targeted, which actually, Mirador, is pretty consistent with your understanding. And actually, I think the last fight that you guys had with the mind flayers is they were targeting your propulsion system. Like, they didn't want to destroy the ship. They just wanted to immobilize
They
you.
wanted to immobilize us and board.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the damage that you see is consistent with that.
Cool.
Pretty
I-
accurate, kind of accurate pinpoint stuff.
Mirador is going to look over to Magma and be like, all right, I guess let's check it out. You know more about it than I do.
All right.
I'm going to take a hop down.
Mogmouth is going to tap Frida and Mirador and cast Intellect Fortress on the three of them.
Cool.
So you guys have resistance to psychic damage and advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Nice. Are you gonna, Frida? Are you gonna go as well? Go board? Or are you gonna stay on the ship?
Who all is going? Mormoth.
Mirador and Mogmoth.
Me and Magma, yeah.
So that would leave. Wait, Morgan and.
No, I can stay on the
Morgan?
ship with Morgan.
Okay.
That way we're not leaving anyone like completely alone to have our ship stolen.
Yes. Wrath of Recall State. I know nothing of y'all's character makeup. Would Frida normally go? Like, I could be the.
Frida would
punch.
probably stick with Mogmoth, is
Yeah.
my
Okay.
thought.
Okay, yeah, I'll go. I wanted, yeah, I think I'd probably go.
Okay, great. Give me athletics checks, each of you.
Can Mogmoth assist Frida with a hand?
Yeah, sure. Like, give her a kind of a toss over to the other ship. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, roll with advantage, Frida.
Oh, that. Mirador might not land very gracefully. That
that's
was
much better.
an 11.
Okay, it's not a hard jump with Morgan's 20 piloting. Just a DC 10 to not land and completely make a fool of yourself. You guys all hop off, descend the 30 feet or so, land on the deck of the other ship. You see Ixolix. He's this 6 foot tall, kind of sea star looking creature. It's alarming, but he seems like cool, as it were. He says, thanks for coming aboard. Let me go show you what we got.
All right.
He takes you down through the ship. As you guys cruise through the vessel, it looks pretty empty. not a lot of, obviously there's no cargo. It doesn't seem like there's any other crew. You go down to the bridge. You see another one of these creatures, basically identical to Ixlix. It kind of looks around and waves, says, "Hey, you found some friends to maybe help us. That's great, Ixlix." He says, "Yeah," and he walks over, and they do some kind of like slimy intersection of goo and tentacles to each other.
Oh, they say opposites attract.
Mirador just quietly turns to Magmoth and is like, they look identical to me.
Perhaps it's in the temperament, Mirador. Where do you all hail from?
He says, "Oh, we're from clear on the other side of the system. We're at Inias. There's not many of us there, but that's where we came from. We're nearing the end of our little togetherness trip, and we got all our little eggs downstairs and hatching away and doing their thing, which is just great."
Is that on our map?
It is. It's in the far bottom right corner.
Okay, so we're like diagonally opposite of where
Yes,
we are right
exactly.
now.
Yep.
Is everybody so friendly on Inias?
Oh shucks, yeah, we're always welcoming to folks.
All right.
Have
Yeah,
any of you
why-
heard of this
Is it-
area?
Isn't niceness always the best policy?
Oh, I like to think so. Yes.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear you say that, Mogmoth. Frida, you guys are actually, even though you know a fair bit about spell jamming in the Belusian sphere, you guys are still pretty new to the Idion system. You've only been to a handful of locations in it. So you don't, you got the map, but other than that, you didn't get very much detail about what each of the bodies are besides if they're water, earth, or air, or fire.
If this guy's a local, maybe we could get some information to fill out our understanding of the map a little bit.
He says, "All right, well, here's the problem. I don't want to spend too much of your time." He kind of leads you around the bridge, and you see, there's like a blast, like as if a beam of energy had just lanced right through the hull and through the bridge corner here. There's a fair amount of damage. Give me a intelligence spell jamming check, Mogmoth.
All right.
Thanks, Mary Catherine.
See you next time.
Thank you so much. That is a 15.
Great.
If Mogmoth feels like he's just not grasping it, he'll flip his talisman.
Okay. At 15, you're able to suss it out and figure out. It makes sense that the helm is functioning in terms of piloting, but is just not able to power anything else that's attached to the helm, including shields, weapons, basically any other systems. It looks like you're just completely offline. You think that you could probably remedy this if you had Glornill's help. Anyways, you know that he's had a lot of experience fixing stuff on the Dolezal in the short time that you guys have been there. And it's not like the problem with fixing the Dolezal is there's just like massive holes all over the place. You guys don't have the raw materials to fix it. This is pretty precise and doesn't require like massive materials to fix. You just need to get the runes, going the right way and get the energy flows going the right way.
Well, Mirador, between you and me, I think this looks like a problem for our angry little friend.
Yeah, that sounds like something Glorno would be able to help out with. I can run up to the deck and swap places with him. I'll keep on the ship to keep Morgan company and send Glorno back down.
All right.
Oh no, you've got an angry friend. I'm sorry to hear that. Did he stub his toe?
I'm sure he has. He's quite a fighter.
Well, just bring it down here. We'll sing him a little song and cheer him right up.
Mirador would love to send Glorno down to these people, so she's
Come
gonna
down
go
here and
up
make it worse.
So yeah, Mirador goes back above deck. How far above me is our ship right now?
The bottom of the ship's probably like 10 or 15 feet, so you could like jump up and grab it and then kind of climb up onto the next deck. It'll be a little tough in your armor.
Okay. Mirador is gonna cast a new spell. I'm gonna cast jump on myself.
Ooh,
Which
yeah.
triples-
This
triples
is
my
where
jump
you use
distance.
jump. That is perfect.
This triples my jump distance.
Amazing.
So Mirador goes back up to the top deck and's like, "Hey, Glornil, they want you down here. I'll swap out," and then just takes this running, flying leap up to in the plate armor up to the other ship.
Alrighty then,
Very
you better
casually.
figure out a better way for us to get back when we're finished, because there's no way we're managing to do that. And then I'll hop down to the ship.
Well timed, cool spell. Okay, Glornell, you hop down. Give me an athletics check.
Yeah.
Glornil's got this. He's pretty strong and athletic.
Oh yeah.
And don't worry,
It's a bad roll, but it's still at 12.
Okay, great, no problem.
Like-
You land on the deck. Your stout legs absorb the impact. You kind of head through the ship. You don't have anyone to guide you, so you're just kind of meandering around. Yeah,
Do I have
Mogmoth.
like
While
a general idea of? I figure like based on my knowledge of our ship, I'm gonna assume things are like laid out similarly and head that way. I have no idea whether or not that actually.
yeah,
translates
that's
to
fine.
this.
You'll find it eventually. Mogmoth, you're standing there chatting. Yeah, Ixalex is just like kind of shooting the breeze with you. He's like, well, where are you from, and how do you get to be way out here?
Little bit of this, little bit of that. Little lost at the moment, actually.
Oh no, you're lost. I'm sorry to hear that. Where are you trying to get to? I might be able to give you directions.
Well, more precise to say, we're not lost. We've had a few setbacks along the way, and require a few hurdles to overcome to find where we'd like to be.
Oh dear me. Well, that all sounds pretty complex. I don't know if I can help with that, but if I can, I do hope you tell me how I can help. We'd love to help you if you're able to help us.
You know anywhere around here we could get our ship patched up?
Oh heck yeah! You can go to any of the planets around here. We're pretty close. Pretty close to Vornos. It's right just maybe half a cycle away, I'd say. And beyond that is Petrath. And yeah, they're always, I'm sure, super friendly and happy to have folks come visit.
What kind of coin do they take on Vornos?
Oh, Vornos, they use some weird, like kind of white ceramic pieces for their coin. I've never seen anything like it. Nobody else uses them in the system, but that's what they use. They don't have precious metals or anything like that.
You think they'd take trade and service?
Oh, I'm sure they're plenty friendly, fine folk there. Always willing to help out some, fellow spacefaring folk. I'm sure you could arrange something with them.
Have you ever met unfriendly fellows?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, those mind flayers are a little bit rude, but you just gotta understand them. They're just confused. They don't know what they're doing.
All right. Have you ever met a doctor in the system?
Oh gosh, do you mean Dr. Mild, who's kind of in charge of things? Heck, I've never met him, but oh gosh, that would be the day to go and meet Dr. Mild. Ooh, are you gonna go meet him sometime?
Perhaps.
Oh my gosh, you're just the luckiest folks in the whole system, then, aren't you?
You like him then, Dr. Mild?
Oh heck yeah, he keeps everything going and helps everybody stay straight and knows what all's going on. He's the smartest guy in the whole system.
Is that so?
Oh heck yeah, he's smarter than me and smarter than Paxio, and gosh, smarter than anybody I've ever met.
All right.
He knows everything. He knows everything that's going on.
How do you think he knows? Just by being so smart?
He's just that smart, I guess.
All right.
Glornell, you walk into the bridge at this point. You
Did
see
I
this.
overhear any of that?
You probably picked up the last bit of the conversation as you
So
came
I
in,
know
yeah.
that they've been talking about.
Yes.
Mm.
Yep. And there's this 6 foot tall, like spiky starfish thing just having a conversation with Mogmoth.
Conversation about Dr. Miles. Mogmoth.
He looks over at you and says, "Oh, hey there, Glornell. Well, gee, how your friend said you might be a little unhappy. You want me to sing you a little song? Whenever
Really,
I
brother?
get angry, I think,
I
hey,
think
it's
I
an
should just
okay
help
time."
you with the wiring, and the extra noise is going to distract me. Like, I need silence to be able to focus here. What's quite messed up.
Well, all right, let's
okay.
get right to work.
Yeah, well, I'll give you all the quiet you need then. All right.
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a what's your tool proficiency?
I have Mason's tools.
Yes. All right. Go ahead and give me one of those, and then and go ahead and give it with advantage since Mogmoth's kind of pointing out like this is where the rune got messed up, and this is where that flow needs to be directed.
What mods does do I add for Mason's tools? I know it's proficiency. Is there any of my like stat mods? Dex or
Yeah.
anything like
So
that?
this will be dexterity,
Okay.
dexterity stonemason tools.
21.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you guys think it'll probably take you like a couple of hours to get this online.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna kind of report back. Well, Frida's down there with you as well, so you can tell Frida she can go let Miradar know what's going on. So you guys have a couple of hours to kill while Mogmoth and Glornell are working on this. And true to his word, Ixalyx has stopped singing, and he's just sitting next to Paxio.
Okay. I'm like kind of keeping an eye on him as I'm working, especially like given him saying that he like however depending on how much like I heard of the conversation and singing Dr. Miles' praise, I am very suspicious of how something that I'm trying to decide whether or not would be a smart idea to do. I mean, it wouldn't be, but I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do it anyways.
I don't think you like picked up on that. I think that you probably picked up on the part of the conversation where he was saying that Dr. Miles is very smart and knows everything that's going on,
Mm.
but not that he's like envious of you meeting him or anything.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, back on the dolls. Dolezal, you guys gonna do anything while you're cruising here?
I guess if Miradar's up here on the kind of the edge, like on the sort of little balcony out
Yeah.
front,
Little forecast.
she's mostly just going to be like keeping an eye out to see if any other ships kind of start approaching us, since we're kind of not really going. I assume, I don't know if we're like, are we stationary or are we just like?
No, you're
slowly-
like
we're
yeah,
like
you're-
moving along.
you're
together.
paralleling
Okay.
each other. Yeah.
Okay.
Morgan, you need to stay focused on piloting, and in fact, Morgan, once Frida tells you like this will be a couple of hours, Morgan like pulls the ships a little bit apart because it's like really requires a lot of focus to keep it like that on track. So yeah.
Cool.
So now you guys are like a couple hundred feet apart.
Yeah, and I'm keeping an eye out to see if any other ships kind of approach
Okay,
while we're
great.
waiting. Because
Yeah.
since they were attacked by mind flayers and we don't actually know how long ago that was, I want to make sure they're not still nearby.
Okay, excellent. Okay, yeah. Glornell, Mogmoth, you guys figure out what needs to be done. You kind of buckle down, put it back together. You get the systems online. You test out the shields. The shields come up. You try hailing back and forth with Miradar. Hailing works. It looks like their single beam weapon system is online. Yeah, it looks like you got this tradesman fully functional.
Ixalyx, have you got perhaps any currency with which you could compensate Glornell for his fine engineering work on your craft?
Give me a persuasion check, Mogmoth.
Heck yeah. That is a 26.
Oh my god. Ixalyx says, well, heck yeah, I do. Sure, let me just go down and get some for you.
All right,
He,
we greatly appreciate that.
He heads out of the bridge, goes down to the hold, comes back just a couple minutes later with a like a rucksack, kind of a burlap sack strewn over one of his arms, tosses it down. You hear like some clink, 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 clink. It does not sound like metal clinking. It sounds like glass clinking. And he opens it up, and a bunch of kind of opalescent spheres tumble out onto the floor of the bridge. Mogmoth, give me an intelligence check.
That is a 14.
This looks vaguely familiar to you. You think that you've seen something like this before being used for transactions. You don't know like exactly what the value is or what these things are, but they're little, probably about half inch, 1 centimeter spherical things, and within them they have this kind of rainbow glow. And he says, "Yeah, well, here you go. I think this, gosh, you got us all up and running so we can get home safe. So I sure do owe whatever I can. This is everything we got. This is all our Buzel gems. I'm more than happy to give it to you."
Where do you think these are accepted? Sphere-wide or limited?
Oh gosh, I mean, you could definitely take them back to our home, to Enos, and they'll do whatever they can for you. We're not super wealthy folks even there, but in any of the water bodies, they'll happily take any of them. Everywhere else, I don't know. I haven't done much traveling, but I assume they do. I mean, look how cool they are.
Mogmoth is gonna bite one.
It feels like a little bit soft, like not rock hard, like it gives a little bit, and gives you like a kind of unpleasant like zap, like when you have like a cavity and you bite like on a piece of ice or ice cream or something like that.
Right, a bit like a terrible candy. Any of the water spheres, you say?
Yeah, that's where they all come from. They harvest them from the seas.
Mogmoth's gonna look behind him at Frida, like, is there anything else we should ask?
I don't think we have anyone playing Frida, so we're gonna assume that Frida's just on autopilot.
Mogmoth sees Frida just sort of staring out the window and looks at Lornil like.
So we all just like communally control Frida as a democracy.
Yes, that sounds fantastic.
Did we want to try and like ask if they know more details about the places that we're going that we don't have any information on?
Fair. Well, would you take a look at our map here? Mogmoth produces this like crinkly, childish map. Have you been to all these places then?
Oh, hey, yeah, that's the Indians. Awesome. No, we haven't been to all of them. We're this is our home. He points to Enos, and he says, and we were going off to Izith for our little drip vacation here, and we got a little off track, which is how we got on this flow, and now we're heading home. But that's all I've been to personally. I know a couple of these, Idion, that's where Dr. Mild lives, and gosh, if you can make that trip, that would be fantastic. We all try to get there at one point in our life, but most of us aren't that lucky, and I don't have that much money, so maybe I'll never make it. But
you ever met? What was his name? Crap. Have you ever met Dr. Mild?
Oh gosh, no, that would be amazing. Have you met Dr. Mild?
Staring at him. Okay, and I'm gonna do my stupid thing. Cause I'm a little worried something wonky's going up here. So, and Frida's still here. So okay.
Yeah.
Frida and Mogmoth are here. So previously when we were on the Great Wheel, every once in a while we just sort of get like forcefully pulled into like whatever the heck else was going on, whatever weird mind stuff is doing. And then there was a few times where like if we thought too hard about what was going on, that seemed to like transition us. I'd like to think about what's going on, trying to like see through stuff, seeing like, can I pass like through that? Like I'm wondering like what's really going on here. Like, is this what it seems? Like kind of getting that same mindset before to see if like
Yeah, give me a charisma check, Glornell.
Just flat charisma.
Flat charisma.
That's a 4.
Okay. Yeah, you're thinking like, is this real or is this just fantasy? And you're looking around, you're like, this is too fucking weird to not be real.
Okay.
So he says, yeah, so gosh, I can tell you a few things about we just got back from Izith. It was really neat. They were so friendly. There was a nice little town, and we got to go and look at the beach every day and walk along the sand, and we got to do a lot of singing by the campfire, and we roasted these. He kind of goes on and tells you about his trip.
Why doesn't anyone make it to Dr. Mild?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I guess he's a busy guy.
But you all try.
Well, I mean, if you could go see Dr. Mild, oh my gosh, that would be so cool. But you gotta have the time and the money to do that. And most of us are working all the time.
It costs money then. There's a
Well,
toll.
you gotta get a ship and get some blood. Just like this trip cost us money. We decided, we could have gone to Idion, but we said, this is our life mating holiday, so we're gonna go somewhere else. So it's just we made a choice. It's just like everything in life costs money.
How do you make money, Ixalix?
Oh, I'm a farmer. I do farming back home. We do farming in the shallows because obviously that's where we're from is the sea. So we do farming.
That's a good, honest living. That's commendable, Ixalix.
Yeah, thanks. We work hard, Bogmoth. We have a good time with it though. My good old life mate and I. And when we get back, we're gonna put all our eggs in the ocean, and maybe one or two of them will live.
Well, all right, we'll keep our fingers crossed for you then.
Gosh, thanks, Mogmoth. That's nice of you.
Well, I suppose we'll take our leave now then. You have a safe and happy honeymoon.
Gosh, thanks, Mogmoth. Are you guys gonna take the Buzel gems, or are you gonna decide, or are you gonna leave them with us? I'm happy to give them to you. Obviously, you helped us out a lot.
Oh, we definitely need these. If we don't have any gems to patch up our ship, we won't be able to help any honeymooners in the future.
Oh gosh, yeah, always pay it forward, Mogmoth. That's what I always say. What can you do to help out the next person so that they can have a good time? What a good idea.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We will help as many people as possible have good times in the future using these. And Mogmoth hefts up the sack and starts to back out of the ship.
Okay, you guys get back onto the top deck with enough coaxing and Mogmoth kind of making direction signs to Morgan. Morgan's able to get the Dolezal below the level of the tradesmen. You guys hop off to the tradesmen. Ixalix and Poxio both are on the top deck, kind of waving at you as the Dolezal kind of pulls away. So Mogmoth, go ahead and write down. You have 80 Buzel gems. Put on the chat. I'll put it in the chat.
Who were those guys?
That was Ixalix and Paxi. They're in love. Or they've had spawn.
Not mutually exclusive, but I'd like to think that in this case, those two things were connected.
They seemed happy regardless in their neural net.
Oh, good.
They seemed incredibly cheerful.
Oh, I probably would have liked them.
I think you would have.
Yeah.
Did Morgan actually see them?
Yeah, I don't think Morgan ever got eyes on them.
What kind of people were they?
Farmers.
Interesting.
That's your description. Wonderful. Okay. With Miradar's 10 dexterity, what do you think her drawing abilities are like?
You could get lucky. Yeah.
She's gonna try and sketch Morgan a drawing of these things.
Oh my god.
This is why you take proficiency.
Oh my god! I rolled a nat 20.
So it's still, even with a nat 20, it's still not
It still looks
good,
like a child trick.
but but it's at least discernible. Yeah. So Morgan, go ahead and give me a nature check.
All right.
You can add your lab bonus because you can reference that once you get off shift.
What is my lab bonus actually?
I think it adds +2 to your nature checks, right?
I think that's what it does. It's in the list of ship stuff.
Okay, so that's a total of +7.
Okay.
Not great. That's a 13.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a beast or a plant. It looks like a starfish.
Wait, those were starfish?
Not like starfish I've seen or spoken to.
Have you spoken to many
Have you
starfish?
spoken- You beat
I
me
mean,
to
I
it,
do, but they
Morgan.
never speak back.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed it. I would have loved to have been able to observe something like that.
Well, if we get far enough to the other side of the system, we may.
Are any of our puzzle pieces
Morgan.
over near there? Or portal pieces?
I don't think,
I think
so.
we have some portal pieces like on the upper. I know we have some like
Oh,
on the
yeah.
upper middle, but not like
yeah,
down in that corner.
The
No, you
lighthouse
do
is
actually.
closest.
The
Oh.
Deshan Lighthouse is pretty close to
Oh.
ENS.
This is in character. Morgan puts their hand behind their back and crosses their fingers.
We can maybe, if we're, we have to head down towards where they're from eventually. Who knows? Maybe we can go introduce you.
Awesome.
Yeah, they were very, very generous. They gave us
It'd make
like,
you seem
all
shy,
of
Morgan.
whatever those are.
Did all these boozle gems.
Ooh, wait. Ooh.
Yeah, give another nature check looking at these things, Morgan.
All right.
Do they seem to be magical in any
That's
way,
better,
or are
that's
they
better.
just gems? What was that, Will?
As a 17.
17. Yeah. So these look kind of like pearls. You guess that they are probably created with a similar, some kind of clam type creature. You're gonna guess makes these things. Because you can kind of see like layers like pearls have on them, and they have this really neat kind of rainbow pearlescent glow within them. They're like semi-transparent. It looks pretty cool. Honestly, from a magic using standpoint, you bet that this would be awesome as a magical component for various enchanting purposes.
Oh wow. Okay, based on the internal and external structure, they look like the kind of semi-precious stone-like material that's created by the compressing of the shell of a bivalve.
See,
Oh.
you said all these words, and
Pearls. They're
Whether a rock or not.
pearls, Mirador.
okay,
So-
cool.
And most cultures consider pearls to be very valuable.
Water
But-
ones, anyway.
Perhaps even better, they could be used in magic. After all, the material for the identification spell is actually a pearl itself. So a magic user might pay a lot of money for this.
If we can find the right buyer, maybe somebody'd be interested. Do you think you could make anything with them, Morgan?
I would love to find out. If somebody wants to take the wheel, I could take one of these down to the lab right now and, do what I do.
We do need to use them, at least probably most of them, for money. So don't mess up too many of them if you're tinkering.
Can I have 5?
How many do we have?
Uh,
80.
80. We have 80.
I promise if there are some that I don't use, I'll put them back in the bag.
Well, all right.
Thank you. All right, and then Morgan puts them like in their bag of holding and runs down and puts one under a microscope.
Okay, awesome. We'll assume that you basically just move the shift schedule on to the next batch, which means Mogmoth's piloting again.
All right.
Poor Mogmoth. Never gets a break.
Okay, over the next two long rests that you guys have between now and getting to Vornos, Morgan, you're able to figure out the following. If this is used as part of the material component for something that needs something like a precious gem or a pearl or whatnot, it would act to boost the spell in some valuable way. The other thing that you discern is that you could indeed, you think that you could use these to channel spells onto magic items and create reasonably long-term effects once you learn the permanency spell. So basically the cost for permanency, you could use these gems instead of having to buy all the other material components for them.
Which is one spell level lower than I can cast right now.
I mean, right now, but you could sit on them.
Yeah, I'll probably hold on to the.
Presumably Morgan shares that information with the crew over the course of the 2 days, or.
Of course they do. Morgan is a living info dump.
I was gonna say, whether we want to hear it or not, I'm sure we're hearing about it. Okay, well, if they're that valuable, maybe we try and hold enough of them in reserve to enchant some good things. Because
yes, don't blow our.
That sounds really quite valuable.
I think we lucked out running into those nice starfish.
Most certainly.
It's always good to run into a friendly face out here in this crazy realm.
Oh, you're not kidding, especially after what we went through.
You're not wrong.
Okay, you guys are on approach to Vornos. You see it's a kind of moon-sized Earth body. It looks like the surface is kind of a tan desert sort of appearance. You see a handful of little pockets of green on the surface. And between eventually circling the moon, you all determine that there's something that looks made by intelligent hands, which is a series of dome-like structures, variably 10 to 20 feet tall, that are kind of laid out in a grid pattern that you imagine is probably where there's some civilization. So you set down. You're not hailed on approach, in contrast to when you approached Petrath. You don't see any other spelljamming vessels here, so you just kind of land outside of where you think this town is, and disembark. Heading towards these structures, you see that they almost look like kind of the classic beehive. Like lots of rings of kind of adobe type mudwork here, building up these structures 10 or 12, 15 feet tall. You don't see any windows or doors in them, but you do see people wandering around. Mostly humans. You see a handful of other races. You see a couple of elves. You see a couple of dwarves. You see a couple of really, really tall, 10-foot tall humans, which are almost like giants, but not quite as big as giants. You also see some other creatures that you have a little bit of a hard time identifying. Yeah.
You don't recognize anything about the architecture or the dress of the sentient beings here to give me any idea about what they're like or what the culture is?
Yeah, definitely. Give me an either nature or insight check.
And we're gonna go with. I think we're gonna go with nature.
Or history.
Can Mogmoth make a history check?
Yes.
It's a 19.
Me too.
Hey. Okay. Yeah. Looking at the structures, they look like they're kind of Adobe type construction. So probably not designed to resist much rainfall. You think that they probably don't get a lot of rain here. And in fact, that's pretty consistent with looking around. It looks like this dust-blown desert, basically, is where you've landed. The structures reflect a certain degree of sophistication nonetheless, in terms of that they are able to build them as high as they can. Like a 20-foot Adobe structure is pretty legit. But like I said, there are no doors or windows, so you have no idea how to get access to these things. Like you don't see any underground access either. And in terms of the people, you're guessing that in this environment, this is a tough place to live. You think that these people are surviving just barely on the edge of existence.
So tough. Like they've had to make do without a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly. There's basically like one oasis the town is kind of built around. So it looks like it's a pretty water poor environment.
Mirador.
And Mogmoth, was there anything else that you wanted to get?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, what is it, Morgan?
Looks like I could use some water.
You remember when you can create food and water, right?
Yeah. Do you not remember all that nasty burnt pasta?
No, I remember it. I remember it specifically.
I hardly forget.
Had a very distinct smell that's just kind of etched in my nostrils.
I'm having to really fight my natural urge not to say this really loudly, but I think there's probably going to be a lot of people here who aren't going to mind burnt pasta. You know what I mean?
It does seem like a pretty dry place. They might
just keep that in mind.
Good thinking. Good thinking.
Perhaps it'd be better if it came off our ship rather than in the form of a magical person that could create water and might be kept in a beehive for the rest of their existence.
I wouldn't have thought of that. I'm glad you said that. Doing stuff on the down low is not really my thing.
So yeah, I will take it from you, Mogmoth. I know you have the most experience in that sort of situation. I don't want to end up trapped like that.
Well, don't forget, if something's scarce in a place, then it's really valuable. So if we we might actually get further trading food and water than trading the spheres that we got from the starfish.
That's true. Maybe we can. You said there are people like walking about. Does there seem to be any kind of like market or anything?
Yeah. So if you guys case the town, you get a few other things doing so. First of all, Mirador, you notice as you're walking around, it's not really obvious, but you've got a really high passive perception. Every now and then you see one of these people walk through one of the walls of these beehive structures. Just walk through it like it's not even there. Just walk straight through it. Yep.
Can at any point when we see that happen, can I go like touch the wall where they just walked through it? Kind of like
yes.
Screaming?
Yeah. It seems solid to you.
Weird.
You also find there's like a central area where the oasis is. It's kind of been bricked around to kind of contain the water. There's a handful of trees here. And there's like a kind of central courtyard type area. In the middle of the courtyard, there is a stone statue to a human male. It kind of average height, very pleasant looking. There's an inscription at the base in a language that none of you identify. Also here, it looks like there's one of the larger beehives, one of the 20-foot tall ones, and you see, Miradar, you see more people coming and going from that one than you did kind of most of the other buildings.
And they're also just walking right through the walls and stuff.
Exactly, yes.
Does the statue bear any resemblance to Dr. Mild?
Oh yeah, it's him.
Okay. Good.
I was wondering.
Is the oasis, like, how do they interact with the oasis? Is it guarded? Do people go up to it freely?
It's not guarded. Yeah, it looks like people go up to it freely. It looks like, a lot of it's frankly mud. There's like a couple of places where people have like created little depressions for water to collect, and like people will go over and like dig it out periodically. So yeah, you see people periodically going and like filling water skins and buckets and whatnot.
How do they react to us? Do they seem curious about us?
Yeah, they like, they acknowledge you. Nobody really, well, give me an insight check, Mogmoth.
6. Oh wait,
Okay.
8. I have a +1, not a -1.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they take notice of you. It's not like you're invisible, but you don't like turn heads or anything like that.
Does it look like they're mostly locals, or like this might also be a destination? Like, how many other ships did we see? Did we see any other ships?
You did not see any of the ships when you came in and landed.
And do these guys look pretty homogenous, like in how they're dressed?
Yeah, they're all dressed like fairly sparsely. They've got like a lot of them have like bone kind of bits on them to kind of make up a lot of furs. Very simple attire. Most of the men don't have any, tops on. They just kind of have loincloths on. Yeah, pretty barren, kind of minimal type attire.
Do we see any other decorations that look like the statue? Like anything that suggests the skill level of the statue?
Do you have any relevant tool check?
Carpenter's tools?
Yeah, definitely carpenters. Yeah, and stonemason, definitely roll.
Okay, I have stonemason
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
If we get close to that, I can like take a
Yeah,
look
both-
at it.
I'll
both of you-
assist. You roll
yeah.
with advantage, Glornell.
Okay, what am I rolling?
So you're gonna roll intelligence plus your proficiency.
Ooh, both of those are really bad. Intelligence, okay, that's flat. That's proficiency for the skin total. 7.
Oof.
Statue.
I'm gonna spit on it.
Just
Okay.
contributing to the water
Mm-hmm. Yep.
water source.
You could use a little bit more and I'll.
Little generosity from our culture to theirs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
So, do we see? Is there a market where people are like buying and selling anything? Can we see like what they're
Yes.
exchanging for currency?
Yeah,
what they're
yeah,
using
yeah.
as currency, or is it
Yeah.
bartering?
Yeah, definitely. So just like a little ways off this kind of main square with the statue and the larger hut, there is an outdoor open air market. Kind of canvas covered areas. So a couple of things. One is you don't see anyone with like tools made out of wood. It seems like they're mostly using things made out of bone and stone. And then 2, just from casual observation, it looks like people are using these little discs that look like they're white ceramic. Every now and then you'll notice them like break them in half and like break pieces off of them to exchange. It looks like mostly the barter that's happening here is in various stone objects, various bone tools. You notice some fur, like sheep fur, sheep's wool kind of thing, like clothing being traded. You see a handful of fruits and nuts and that kind of thing.
Are we getting weird looks for like being outsiders? Any of our like tools being like out of the ordinary? Our ship, like, are we just like strange aliens that have landed,
armor,
or like do they recognize us? Or
give me an insight check, Lornell.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all walking around in metal armor amongst people in like.
Okay, we breaking the prime directive here by coming down and giving them our tools. That is a nat 1 plus. What am I rolling? Insight.
You guys are knocking these. You are knocking these insights out of the park. So I will tell you, as you are walking around the town, anybody with heavy armor on, it's getting hot. You are definitely getting sweaty. You're kind of the padding that you wear under that heavy armor is starting to get soaked in sweat. You are uncomfortable. Morgan, you feel great. This is fine. Like you've got these flowing robes on, keeping you nice and cool.
I think it's kind of dressed for the desert.
Yeah, but everybody else is suffering. Yeah.
Who all is wearing heavy armor? Is it me and Frida and Glornil?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Glornil, you're looking kind of toasty there.
So are you.
Yeah, I'm like dripping sweat. I'm like, if I might can help you out. I think I figured something out while we were cruising over here.
Oh,
Don't worry, it'll only sting a little. And I hit Glornil with a ray of frost.
Wow, that's something you guys have not seen Mirador do before.
Mirador has been like secretly like weird stuff has been going on, and she's been like off in her like bed chamber room or like her quarters, like trying to figure this stuff out, like because she doesn't really know what's going on. But this is new, and she doesn't know how much this is gonna hurt. But it's cold. She knows it's cold.
I never cast that spell before. What's it like?
So, Glornil, if this actually hits you, I guess do I need to roll an attack for it? Isn't.
I don't think so. He's not dodging, and you guys aren't like maneuvering or anything.
That's 10 points of cold damage. Sorry.
So what does this look like as Mirador?
I did not realize it. Like I didn't think about the fact that we're higher level now, so it's like automatically like more d8s. It's a cantrip, but it's 3d8.
Holy crap!
So Mirador like goes to like he's like no, she's like don't worry, this will cool you off. It'll only sting a little, and like. And the third time, like first time, like nothing happens, and the second time, like a jet of like cold air just blasts Glornil.
Oh my God, guys! Just put your armor in my bag. It'll fit.
No, this works. You should try it too, Mirador.
Everybody with heavy armor, give me a Constitution saving throw, DC 12.
We're all close to me, so you get my aura bonus.
Oh.
What's your aura bonus?
I didn't make it. No matter it's 4.
Okay, I think I'm gonna.
Oh no, I did make it. I made
it no matter
exactly
what,
a 12. I made exactly.
God, Frida rolled a 1, but she still has a 12 total with the aura bonus.
I rolled a 2, and that was exactly enough to get me a 12.
That is bonkers.
Actually, wait, no, because my thing is factored in. No, I failed. I forget that on my +6 to my con save is including my aura bonus. So I got an 8.
Oh my. Okay. Mirador, you gain a level of exhaustion as you guys are kind of trumping around out here under the direct sun in this hot, arid climate.
So warm.
Frida's also looking pretty toasty.
You guys' brains are melting.
You should hit Frida with that, cool her off.
You want to? I don't know. It's weird not having someone here play Frida to accept that or not.
Mogmoth is going to insight Glornil.
Yeah.
The 15.
What do you think? What do you think Mogmoth gets off Lordell with a 15?
It's, I mean, you know that we don't get along great. I'd say it's not like malicious, but definitely like we don't get along great. I just got hit with something. She might as well get hit with something.
It's the like, hey, this smells terrible. Smell it. Like
Exactly. Yes, that is exactly what I do.
Well, I hardly think that's necessary. Maybe we could just go indoors.
Can we?
All right. Does it? I mean, has anyone else noticed them?
No,
going
yeah,
in and
you
out?
haven't told anyone, and
Okay.
it's like
So-
a subtle enough thing that nobody else has noticed.
Okay, so I think I see how it works. Just follow me, and I'll just do what I'm just gonna do what the locals do here. I've seen them going in and out, and Mirador just runs into the wall, like or
Building
like
up a
not
good head of
runs, but like
speed.
just walks like there's gonna be like the wall is just not gonna be there because she's just like they just walk through the wall. I'm just gonna maybe it's just like I just confidently go like there's not a wall there, and I just go through. So she just
Yeah.
steadily walks
Give
forward.
me a straight charisma check.
Cool. That's just my not a saving throw, just my charisma mod.
Right. Yep.
That's a 7. If it was a saving throw, that would have been a 16.
You are like, I'm just gonna walk through this, just like the locals. It'll be fine, and you smack right into the side of the wall here.
Okay, well,
Mirador,
worked with-
quite all right.
it worked when they did it. Okay, and I just like, all right.
You
huddle
take
around, I'm
2
like,
points. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
I watched them. They just walk through like it's not even a wall. Maybe I just tried it in the wrong spot. Maybe that's what it was.
What building did you try that with, Mirador?
The nearest one.
Just the closest one? Okay, awesome. You are getting a couple of strange looks now, Mirador. You notice. No one's like actively stopping and looking at you, but people are definitely like, you're turning some heads.
You said there was one building that more people were going in and out of. It's like sort of bigger with higher traffic.
Yeah, that was at the on the kind of central plaza.
Mogmoth's gonna try and like observe how people are interacting with it.
Yeah,
Great,
and
give
I
me a
guess I've
perception
pointed
check.
it out now so they can at least
Okay.
know what to look for. It may still be hard to spot.
Natural 1.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, they're like ghosts or something. They're just walking through walls, Monroth. It is really hard for you to wrap your brain around. But you know what? It's also hot. You start to think that maybe you're having heat stroke and you're seeing things.
I think I need to sit down.
We consider
anywhere
that
to get
maybe they
shade?
are ghosts.
There is like a palm tree here coming out of the oasis that has a little bit of shade.
Organ is going to kind of gesture to them. Okay, guys, we're okay. We're walking over here. We're going over here where it's shady. We're not walking into any more walls, Mirador.
Perhaps
Hey,
they've got some resemblance to the Riddler in its uncanny and upsetting ability to move through walls.
That would be concerning, but certainly plausible.
Mogmoth, we're not.
Do you guys go ahead and have a seat?
This is a safe
Seat-
place.
Yeah, I'm
shade?
gonna have a seat in the
Okay.
shade and try and cool
Okay.
off.
Mogmoth
Awesome.
fans himself with his fancy fan.
Okay, everybody give me a charisma saving throw DC 10.
I assume we're all close enough to get the bonus. from your,
Ah!
Yes.
I-
Damn.
I literally can't fail this, but I'm gonna roll to see where I. Okay, I got a 19. I have a plus 13 to charisma, my charisma saving throw. So
I got a 3.
that's also not possible because you have a plus 4 from me.
Oh,
Oh, well, in that case, it's a 7.
yeah, same.
I rolled a
Still
4,
below a
otherwise
10.
I'd be boned. So
Awesome. Okay, you guys are sitting there. Gornil, you're kind of sitting at the edge of the wall, just kind of dangling your little dwarven feet. And as you do, you notice your leg when you kind of kick it back, passes through the wall briefly, like just like goes right through the wall. And Morgan, you're kind of leaning against with your hand against the palm tree trunk, and you kind of take a stumble as your arm just phases completely through the palm tree, and you kind of crack your head on it.
What?
I lean down and like poke it where my leg, like, or even just like try kicking it again now that I notice that and I'm focusing on it and try to kick. Does it go
Okay.
through?
It does not. No, now that you're thinking about it, it goes thunk.
What's
was
up with
weird.
you two? What just happened?
I am pretty sure my leg went through this wall, but only when I wasn't paying any attention.
Well,
Place-
perhaps you could not pay attention straight into that beehive.
I mean, I could, but like that's gonna be hard to. Like, if you're purposely not paying attention to something, then that's gonna be very difficult to not think about and do it.
It's like not thinking about elephants.
Yeah, that's like now literally like the only two things that are going through my mind right now are elephants in that wall.
And unfortunately, your mind's not going to go through that wall if you're thinking about it or elephants.
Yeah.
Well, maybe just really dial in on the elephants.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the wall and lean back against it and kind of close my eyes, be like elephants, and just like really, really focus on elephants.
Give me a charisma check, Glornell.
Okay. That is 2.
You're thinking elephants passing through the wall, and yeah, there's elephants, but nothing happens.
Oh darn. Okay. Yeah,
Do we get any idea of,
I'll go
like-
back over to the shade.
Yeah, Morgan, give me a. Sorry, hang on a sec. Morgan, give me a nature check.
15.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird. It was like your arm, either your arm temporarily like went out of phase, or the tree temporarily went out of phase. But you've seen this phenomenon before with like ethereal creatures that can occupy where normally two objects can't occupy the same space at the same time, but other creatures out of phase can. So it's almost like that is what happened to you.
I think there's something ethereal about this place. The laws of physics don't seem to work here the way they do, like in normal corporeal reality. I've only seen this kind of shared space, this kind of shared atomic space work with ethereal creatures. Maybe that has something to do with the environment, or maybe ethereal creatures built it.
I hate to contradict you being the scientist among us and whatnot, but I feel like the laws of physics have worked empirically successfully with both Mirador and Glornil.
Well, they stopped working long enough for them to start working and me to hit my head. So I think that's the tiebreaker.
Very strange. How does one make the laws of physics stop working for a moment?
Well, for some creatures, that's just their nature. I'm not even sure that many of them could explain it to you themselves.
As you guys are sitting here resting at the oasis, you see a young elven boy kind of scamper across the plaza towards you. You're kind of all like more or less engrossed in your conversation, so you don't see him until he gets kind of close. But he approaches you. He's probably like the equivalent in human years of like 9 or 10, and he's looking up at you with big eyes.
Hello, lad.
You speak what I speak.
What's that?
Are you from space?
Oh, we sure are. Where are you from?
I'm from here.
Well, congratulations.
Morgan's like,
Thanks.
common language.
Oi, how do you get through those walls there?
Why are you dressed so funny? He reaches out to Mirador and is like poking at the armor.
You know, I don't really know. It's awfully hot right now.
And Mogmoth, he looks at you, he says, you just think it.
Think what? Not elephants.
What's an elephant?
Oh, you know, like.
That sounds like a monster.
Well, I suppose it's all in the perception then, Maybe to some you might be the monster, eh?
Morgan will minor illusion a small elephant.
Give me a persuasion check, Mogmoth. Ooh, minor illusion, small elephant. Very cool.
24.
Okay. He's like, maybe I am a monster. Morgan, you minor illusion, a small elephant. The boy shrieks. He's like, ah, the beast! And he turns and bolts.
I was just trying to educate him.
Oh, shit.
uh,
Well, that was an unexpected turn.
Unfortunately, that happened before he could tell us, any more information about how to get into the walls other than just think it.
Well,
Let me tell you, I was thinking about going through the wall when I tried to go through the wall the first time, and I just ran my face into it.
oh, come on. What's so scary about nature?
Well,
I mean, that wood lizard was pretty scary.
Well, to us.
As Mogmoth said, it's all in the perspective.
Wait, didn't you guys like burn like his whole place down? Maybe to him, you're the one.
I mean, yeah, but that
we
was
may
after.
guess,
That was
I think-
after it attacked us.
having killed nearly every creature we encountered on the Great Wheel, friendly and unfriendly, sentient and non-sentient, perhaps depriving the entire wheel of its oxygen supply for years, decades to come.
I mean, to be fair, most of them were very unfriendly, though
Yeah.
not all of them.
To be sure,
Well,
Mirador, to
most
be
of them,
sure.
though.
gotta justify those war crimes.
Yeah, Mirador feels very guilty. This is her trying to justify it to herself more than anybody else.
Oh, anything can sound bad when you use words.
Well,
So
if you lot think it might be helpful, I could just, sort of go through the wall. There's no telling I could get back. But
what if you
perhaps
just
that's a
look
consideration for
through the
another day.
wall? Can't you look through the wall and see what's inside?
Right, but I might just feel, a little empty knowing I could never fully approach it. But if I were just to go on to the other side,
That's true. That's true. If you looked at it though, you'd know what you were going into before you went in there. So I guess that I don't know if you're one for the surprise of it.
I suppose I could have a little peeky peek. Mogmoth is gonna go up to the big one and ghostly gaze through it.
Ghostly gazing through this building, you see people inside. They're sitting at kind of stone tables. They have little stools that they're sitting at. At the center of it's a circular, dome-shaped building. At the center of the building is like a circular counter. There's a couple of people in the middle there. It looks like there's like a loft, not a full second story, but a loft that's supported by kind of stone struts. There's probably, I don't know, a half dozen people besides the people in the center. And people are having having something out of clay mug. You see sometimes they go up to the central ring. It looks like a bar.
Oh, it's a pub! It's a pub! All right, Mogmoth is going to try... First, he'll try to just walk through the wall.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
could be better than it looks like on the die. 13.
13. You do you want to flip your
I
little
do.
guy? Yeah.
Yes, I sure do. That is a 16 altogether.
Nice. Yeah, Mogmoth, you're approaching it. And you're not fully confident that you're not gonna like bash your nose, and so you flip your thing, and you are like, I don't need to be the same being at the same time in the same space. I can just, my molecules will pass right through this, and you walk right through the wall. Inside there is a cool dim light. The temperature drops like 30 degrees immediately after passing through this wall, which is fairly thick. It was probably like a 3-foot wall that you meandered through. And a couple of the locals kind of look up at you briefly and then kind of go back to their thing. No one's particularly alarmed to see you there.
Does it look like there's a source for these drinks? Is there a bar to go up to?
There is, yeah, that circular counter in the middle that has two, there's a human and a half-elf working at it that look like they're serving.
All right. Mogmoth is going to go up to the bar. And first of all, he'll just be like, oh, hello there. And see if anybody seems to recognize what he's saying.
The human walks over, gives you a nod.
My friends are having a little difficulty getting through the walls. Is there an alternate entrance, sort of a handicapped accessible ramp, if you will?
Give me a persuasion check, Mogmoth.
21.
The bartender is kind of only half listening to you until you're like handicap accessible entrance, and then he just gives you this look. He's like, you got coin, kid?
All things being relative, we haven't got any of your little white discs.
Ceramic pieces?
Oh, those.
Well, what are you wearing, Mogmoth? Like anything obvious? Anything obviously metal on you?
Let's see. Probably not. Mogmoth's got his leather armor. Well, he's got his rapier.
Okay.
At his side. That's probably it, though.
Okay. Yeah, the bartender does spot that and nods at it. He says, I could trade you some ceramic pieces for that old thing.
Well, this old thing.
If you want.
Well, perhaps something else. This is what I use for, slashing and stabbing.
You can always go to the market if you need some. I'm happy to bring in customers, but I don't know as your customers as you can't pay.
Oh, we're excellent customers. So very customer. Perhaps what kinds of things might you take in barter besides swords and knives and such? Rations or water or boozle gems?
Show me what those look like.
Well, Mogmoth fetches one out of his pocket. He tries to make it look kind of exciting.
Yeah, you've already got that 21 persuasion, which I'm letting ride. So this basically inherently skeptical bartender is probably going to go with what you sell him. He seems pretty impressed by it. He's like, all right, where are your friends?
Outside there by the oasis.
He hops up over the counter because there's no way to get around out of this ring besides going over the bar, it seems like. So he hops over the counter, heads over to the wall. The rest of you see somebody emerge from this large building. He walks over to you. Are you just trying to follow behind Mogmoth or stay in the bar?
Mogmoth will stay behind and watch. Okay. Oh wait. Describe again what he's doing.
He walked through the wall. The same one you came
Mogmoth won't try and follow.
Okay. All right, the rest of you see this this human. Really, just he's got like a loincloth and he's got like kind of a leather bandolier going on. Walks up to you and says, "You're the friends of the weird guy with the horns."
Yep.
All right, come on.
Thank you.
He walks
There's,
you over to the
hops and
wall.
hops as she stands up all sweaty.
Yeah, right. He brings you all to the wall and he says, "All right, here's what you got to remember. Two things can occupy the same space at the same time because this world is fucked up." And he just walks through the wall.
I want to try this.
All right, give me
I wanna
everybody.
watch.
Give me a charisma check, Morgan.
I'm gonna hang back and watch Morgan try and go through and see if they run into it like I did.
That's a 9.
A 9. Actually, roll with advantage because of Duaren's help.
Not helpful.
Not helpful. Okay. It makes sense. Like his instructions made sense, but you just bam, bump into it.
Ow. Okay. Someone else take a turn. I'll try again after I've seen one of you guys do it.
I'll give
Yeah,
it a
you
try
just-
since
you
I
just
think I want to
walk
do
through the
another
wall,
one,
just
so
like
I'll-
you said.
Frida just walks right through.
Oh, Mirador, if it's so easy, why don't you do it?
It's totally easy.
Here,
Just
I'll
like
give-
I'm
Frida just
walking
did.
towards the wall.
Here,
All
I'll
right,
And
go ahead.
I go
Let
to
them
walk through
there.
like it's
Freeze
definitely,
did
I'm
this, and I
definitely
can
going
drop, and I
through.
got this too. That is going to be a nat 20.
Oh!
Charisma, so -1. But
Nice.
19.
So do we all have advantage on this from him helping us? with
Right,
the-
exactly.
Okay. Well, I do have good charisma, so 15.
Okay. You guys leave Morgan out in the desert heat as you pass into the bar, and we will call it there and proceed next time.
Stars
Wonderful.
without sense, friendship is magic. I feel like that's tonight's episode.
Nice.
Wonderful. This is great. I love all the NPCs.
This is excellent.
Morgan has done it as well as Sparkle.
Okay, so we're gonna miss 2 people next week.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
won't
right?
be here and Renee won't be here.
Okay. So yeah, I think I'd rather skip if that's okay with you guys.
That's the first day of school, so I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Having 2 out of 5 out is
no,
hard.
That's
So
pre-planning.
Yeah,
Still-
I agree.
Yeah.
So we'll get together next on August 9th.
Sarah can only
Awesome.
take so many people's place.
The the all Sarah version
Oh no.
stars without sense.
One
Sarah
woman
running all the
show.
That would be amazing.
Thank you again for last night, Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was excellent.
That was fun. All right, thanks for the game, you guys.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.